Pokemon music is very interesting in the sense that if Pokemon didn't have the type of music that it had, I'm sure a lot of us wouldn't even be here today. Some of us, including even myself, have a whole entire playlist of Pokemon music that sometimes I even listen to while I'm driving, which is kind of weird because a lot of people just play, normal music like pop music, rap music, rock music. I love 80s rock too, so. But I do have a playlist of Pokemon music, especially battle themes, because the way that these battle themes are composed is just so phenomenal. They don't follow any music theory rules, and they use a lot of classical type composition stuff that I don't really have the brain to understand. But all I do know is that it sounds absolutely amazing. And honestly, I kind of sit here and wonder to myself, I wonder if I'm like partly a metalhead because of Pokemon music. Because I love metal, especially like, really, sorry, I don't have this video scripted. Usually I script videos. Neo-classical-esque metal and also ballad metal. Like, if you guys like Testament, I love Testament. Even like some Metallica stuff I really like. Anyways, I decided to do a tier list today on some of the bigger Pokemon battle music. So today we're not going to be really ranking the trainer battle themes and the wild battle themes, but we're just mainly going to do like the important character themes. Like if you look on the screen right now, you see Blue down there, you see all the champion battle themes, and I have Lucamine on there, like evil team leaders, Alder, all the good stuff. And since all of these are pretty like, good, they're all good in their own right. It'll just be mainly an opinion-based video. I don't know a lot about music theory, especially off the top of my head. I mean, I could like go in and look at the compositions and be able to tell you certain chords and notations and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be doing that today. We're mainly just going to be going off how it sounds in my ears, because it is absolutely amazing and I love Pokemon music so much. Also, one last thing, don't mind the hair. I just got out of bed and I was like, you know what, I want to record this now. Alright, first up we got the Champion Blue battle theme, and when it comes to these battle themes, I'm going to do the one that I like the best, and I like the Fire Red and Leaf Green version the best. I have it playing in the background right now, and I'll even like listen to it on video with you guys, but holy shit, is this theme something else. I don't know what it is about this Fire Red and Leaf Green theme, because honestly, I don't like Fire Red and Leaf Green sound font music. The way that they compose their stuff, they use a lot of string symbols. They do I've made like the sound fonts. I've used sound fonts and made my own things. In fact, I even have the Team Star boss theme on the channel that I remixed in the Fire Red and Leaf Green RSC sound font. But I don't like the way that they compose in Fire Red and Leaf Green, especially compared to Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. But this is holy shit. Oh my god, it's so much different. You can hear that motif from the encounter theme with Blue, like just kind of hidden in there. And I don't know if it's the same key. I think it is, which is like, it almost feels like a remix of that battle theme, or even just of like the regular trainer battle theme. And it does it so fantastically. Literally right off the rip, you got those high-pitched, I think they're string symbols. I can't remember what they are. And then you got the voices in the background, the it's so fucking good, dude. The thing that I really like about this battle theme, though, like the thing that I like the most about it, is how smoothly it transitions from one part to the next, and how emotional each section is. Because like, it's crazy, and then it's like, oh, like it's got the it's got the this is the final battle kind of motives going in there. And then it just gets really emotional out of nowhere, and you can almost feel like this is my rival since the beginning of the game. And it just goes so along with how right when you battle him, player name, you know what that means, I'm the strongest trainer in the world, and then that theme kicks in. Oh my god, it's amazing. Right off the bat, I really do think that we have an S tier. We are definitely gonna put this in S tier. Alright, let's listen to it. Let's listen. See? Right off the bat, dude. Right off the bat, it gets you right into it. There's no build-up. Like, I know that the Elite Four battle theme from Black and White, it's like doobie 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 doobie, and then it like slowly builds up. But this one is just like right into the chaos, dude, and that's what I like so much about it. And then let's keep listening though. The voices transition so well. Descending. Repeats it, but with a different tone. Then this is when it gets emotional. But not as emotional as it's about to get. And the electric guitar too, though. Right here. This is when it's about to transition into like the emotional aspect. The electric guitar in this song is unlike no other. Oh my gosh, dude. It's absolutely amazing, in my opinion. It's really just that good. It's really not repetitive either, which is another reason that I like it. It feels like something new is always happening, and it's so complex that when it does repeat, you don't even realize it. You just kind of, you're just going with it. You're so invested into this battle in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and even like the OG games, the original one. You're so invested, you're not even paying attention. The music is just making your heart beat fast, and you're just sitting there like, I'm trying to win this battle. Not even to mention that these battles are pretty hard too. I'm also making a Pokemon game called Chat Makes a Pokemon Fan Game. It's pretty simple. Chat Makes a Pokemon Fan Game. I've been a Pokemon fan game developer for a long time now, and I decided, hey, let's make a new one, except you guys make it. So your Fakemon, trainers, your ideas, your maps, your characters, they all go into the game. If you want to learn more, just like right here. Yeah, it'll be right there. All right, next up, we got something that I'm sure is going to piss off a lot of you guys. The Champion Red theme on top of Mount Silver, and also the Lance theme, I don't think is that good, dude. A lot of people like it, it's like the battle theme, which I respect about it, because like even before Gold and Silver were introduced, you could hear this theme playing just kind of in the anime. You heard this theme kind of play just, it was on the title screen too, like during that the Nidorino fighting the Gengar, and like the chromaticness behind it, like this thing is not in key. It's very chromatic, and there's a lot of chromatic stuff, which is good. Like, it goes hard, but I think that it's too repetitive. Like, there isn't just enough going for it. Obviously, I would say the Heart Gold and Soul Silver version of this theme is by far the best version of this theme, and it is still really good. Is it S tier? I don't think it's S tier. Is it A tier? Maybe low A tier, but I honestly want to put this in high B. And I know that's going to make a lot of you guys mad, but you got to remember, this is my opinion. It's only like a 50-second loop, so it doesn't really have too much going for it. And what it does have going for it is good, And like I said, with the blue battle theme, it does not build up. This one is one of those that builds up, which I think for a champion battle theme just isn't the move. I feel like this theme would have fit a lot more for like the Mewtwo battle theme even. Like, that would go really hard. Nonetheless, I am going to put it in B tier for now, and we'll see where it ranks inside of B tier near the end of this video. All right, let's give it a listen. Slow build up. It like slowly pushes you into that like Pokemon motive. Drums pick up. There's not. And then you got, if you're listening to your right ear right now, if you have headphones on, you hear that that noise. It's like it's not a hi-hat, but it's like that NES noise where it's like that's pretty good. I feel like this theme is kind of empty. There's not a lot of arpeggios going on, which is the reason that I like a lot of Pokemon music, is that arpeggios that you don't really notice, but like it just kind of takes you through that classical sounding loop. This theme doesn't really give you that. But I do think that, like, it's really hard. Like, everybody knows this theme, even like playing Pokemon. You hear it all the time. You hear it in the opening scene, and then it plays in the champion battle. That's pretty cool. I just think they could have composed it better to sound more full, but it sounds very empty. I don't think it got enough time to build up before it went into that breakdown. The dun 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 dun. It didn't really, like, it's amazing. It sounds amazing. It's short. It's very short, and there's not a lot of points to relax, to sit on. And then already into another breakdown. Just not enough time. It's just, honestly, like, this theme, it's good. It's good. The way, like, the way that they made this theme is great, but I just think they could have done it so much better, and I think that's why I am going to put it in B tier. I think I will keep it there for sure. Next up, we got the Steven battle theme, and oh, do I got a lot to say about this one. I'm a Gen 3 fanboy, but this one isn't it, dude. This one isn't it. This one, I like the theme that plays before you battle Steven more than the theme while you're battling Steven. But I do have good things to say about it. I think the beginning is the best part, but then after that, there's not enough emotion. The beginning is so freaking good. It's the boing, boing, near, near. I don't make good sound effects, but you get the point. Like, just right off the bat, it gets you right into it. The same way that the blue one does. And sorry for using that as like a ground level in this video, but it's just such a good theme. And it's the one I did right off the bat, so I'm just naturally going to do it. But the Steven theme, it's very, very good right off the bat. It's so emotional. It feels like that final battle. And then halfway through, it doesn't feel like the final battle no more. It just kind of feels like... It just feels like, you know, it could have been the last fight of the rival battle theme, or maybe like the evil team leader battle theme, which we're going to get into that later in this video. That one's amazing. I think I am going to rank Steven in B, just behind the red theme. I think the red theme is too iconic for the Steven theme to really be better than it. Oh, that clap. That clap is in the perfect spot for the groove. The right here is when it doesn't sound champion-ish. It just doesn't really sound like champion. That beginning, though, went hard. That part right before I just paused it was like it went downhill a little too fast. It's almost like the battle starts off intense, and then literally like 10 seconds later, it's like, oh, we're already relaxing. Which I feel like in a champion battle theme, the battle of your lifetime should be intense the whole way through, with like unrelaxed, very emotional kind of themes going on. But this one's a little bit too relaxed, in my opinion, for a champion battle theme. Best part of the theme right here is right here. That walk down. It's just like... And then it walks up. Then you hear those arpeggios. Those arpeggios are really good. And then it resets. Yeah, this is a fantastic battle theme. Like, very fantastic. I just think the part right after the beginning is just too relaxed. But then right at the end, oh my god, that picked up. That was really good. Next up, into the fourth champion battle theme, we got Cynthia. And oh my god. God, this one is interesting because everything I said about the red and the Steven theme applies to this one, but this one does it right. There's a lot of moments where it's relaxed in this, but the thing that I think makes it so well is that even though the melody is very relaxed, the notes that it uses and the notations and harmonies that it uses keeps you uneasy, which is the reason that I think this right here is easy A tier. Easy A tier. I think it's so much better than the red theme, and so much better than the Steven theme. Platinum is a lot better, but I'm gonna be listening to the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl version because I feel like this one is just better mixed than the Platinum version. All right, here we go. Gets right into it. Right into it. Now it's very empty there, but then you get the noises that build up here. The reason that I feel like it still keeps you uneasy is because these are a lot of chromatic notes. If you don't know what a chromatic note in music is, I highly recommend you look it up. But a lot of these are not in key right here. And it descends, and then it goes up. And it's almost like the same notations each time. So it doesn't, it doesn't, harmonize or stay in key well. So it just sounds really uneasy, but I think it was composed right. I don't know how they did it, but it's just really good. And this part right here is probably my least favorite. I think it's a bit too relaxed. But then right here. This is when it builds up. This is when it gets too good. Best part right here. Right there. Right there. That's all it needed. It's all it needed. All right. Here's when we get to possibly the worst battle theme on this list. Champion Alder. You cannot convince me as a battle theme. Honestly, this theme sucks. It sucks so bad. You don't feel like you're battling a champion whatsoever. I swear, I think they just recycled a previous trainer battle theme idea for this one. This one is so bad. You don't even feel like you're fighting the champion. This theme is easy D tier for what it is and what it's supposed to represent. This is not... It sounds like they didn't know what to do. The groove is just not there. That right there was kind of neat, though. I kind of like that a little ending there. For what it is, like, it's composed right, but is this a champion battle theme? No, it's not. Now, the Iris battle theme is not on here, but if it was on here, I'd probably put it in, like, A tier, right next to Cynthia. It's a really good battle theme. But we're going to be moving on to Diantha, and oh my... I think this is our second S tier, because it's so unique, but it gets the job done so well. It really does feel like that you're fighting a champion. Is Diantha a good champion? No. But this theme looks like Diantha. When you hear this theme, you think Diantha. When you hear this theme, you think X and Y, the ending. If it wasn't for this battle theme, I don't think anybody would remember playing X and Y to begin with. Nobody would even remember that Diantha has a Mega Gardevoir or a Tyrantrum and an Aurorus. This might possibly be the most emotional battle theme on this list. This isn't a video about X and Y, but I think X and Y had a lot of potential, and using this battle theme as the final battle of a really good, difficult game with a lot of twists and turns and a very well-developed story could have turned X and Y into undoubtedly everyone's favorite Pokemon game to ever be made. Diantha, you're going straight in S tier, but I'm going to keep you behind the Fire Red and Leaf Green Blue. It's very good, but not quite there. And honestly, if X and Y were better games, it might push me to like the theme more because of nostalgia, more than the Fire Red and Leaf Green Blue theme. The way it goes from dun dun, and then it builds up, and then there's that shh, like, kind of sound effect. Oh my gosh, dude. There's nothing like it, in my opinion. Dun, dun, dun. Right into it. What's so unique about this battle theme is how they don't use the drums to their advantage. They use all melodies and all harmonies. One thing that I will say is that I feel like this battle theme is almost like you already won kind of battle theme, because not only is it so easy, it's an easy battle, but the theme also conveys like winner kind of thing, like you won, at least in this beginning part in the main melody. But then right here is when it starts to get better. That right there, that's the most unexpected breakdown of all time. This part's so subtle, you don't even realize it's happening, you just kind of feel it, you know? It's honestly such a good battle theme. I think S tier is right where it's supposed to be. Now, right here is when we get to the turning point of these champion battle themes, while we're on the champion ones, you know? This is when the champion battle theme turns from the final battle against someone strong into, oh, this is your moment to shine. This is the player. This is when the player becomes champion. And it stays this way until Gen 9, which I don't really like. When this theme first came out, everybody went crazy. They're like, oh, there's never been a champion for Alolan before, which is like good, you know? I mean, I guess this theme does the job that it does, and it does it well, but it's not up there with what champion battles are supposed to be. And what I think is, I don't like how they made it stay that way through Generation 8, you know? This theme is good. It's very good for what it's supposed to be, but I don't think a champion battle is supposed to be this to begin with. If Professor Kukui is stronger than all of the Elite Four, then he's the champion. waiting for the player to defeat him. If the player can't defeat him, then the player does not become champion. So why is this battle theme for the player basically saying Professor Kukui is challenging the player, champion player, when Kukui is stronger than the Elite Four, and we don't know if the player is stronger than Kukui or not? Let's go ahead and take a listen. You got that red motive? Yep. That motive, really good way to start things off, and it started off intense. It sounds like the opening theme. Like it could be an opening theme. You know, you see Lunala and Solgaleo on the screen, and a freaking Grubbin running amok with a picky peck flying across the screen. Yeah. Doesn't really sound like a champion theme to me, but it is really good. It's good at what it does, but it seems like there's no real intensity to it other than the very start and a little section after that. One hell of a composition, but would I say that it's supposed to be the champion battle theme, the final battle? No. In my opinion, I don't think that way. Now, if you guys want, you can go in the comment section and argue about it and slander me, but this theme fits right into C tier. It's not the best, but it's not necessarily the worst. Now we're on to Champion Leon's theme, and I think this theme is a lot better than the Gen 7 theme. I think it's a lot more intense, but it follows that same motif that the Gen 7 one did, which is what I don't like about it. Especially since the player is not champion now, and you're fighting the strongest player, sorry, not player, trainer in the Galar region. It doesn't feel like that you're fighting a champion in this battle theme. But there are some parts which get pretty intense where it's like, yeah, this is the final battle. Battling Leon, you know, everybody knows him, he's strong. But for the most part, it keeps that Pokemon motif, the which I don't think it fits the champion battle theme. It's too happy, it's too welcoming, it's too inviting, which might be the way Leon is, but I feel like at the end of the day, Leon's a competitor too. He's not just strong, you can't defeat me, very mean. He is very happy and inviting, like, come challenge me, but at the end of the day, this is a battle, and the music does not convey the emotion of fighting the strongest person in the entire region. With that, I'm gonna put it ahead of Kukui, but not quite in B tier. Got the people cheering in the background. Yeah. One thing I will say, with how Sword and Shield had very intense gym leader themes, going from that to this for the champion, it's just, it wasn't it. It wasn't it, in my opinion. Here it is. Yeah. That's when it gets into that motive. I don't think it was the move. Right here. That bass guitar was really good. And then the people cheering like that. Overall, it is a really good theme. Do I think it fits a champion? No. Next up, we probably have the best theme on this list. It's the Lusamine battle theme, and oh my god. This thing is ridiculous. I wish Lusamine was a bigger boss, and I wish she was a lot more intense of a battle than she actually was, because in the game it just kind of felt like she was, you know, a little roadblock, but this theme didn't convey that. This theme made it sound very serious and very evil. Like, you can almost feel the evil in this theme, and it's just absolutely bonkers. I don't like how in Sun and Moon they swapped out this theme with her jellyfish battle theme. That was unnecessary, because this theme is probably perfection. Holy god, it just makes you feel like that you're, you know, walking into a black hole. That's like the best way to describe this theme. It's like you're walking into the lady that literally is about wormholes and evil corporate lady company. It's just crazy, dude. This is the first theme that I will say I think is better than the blue theme. Right off the bats. Oh my gosh, that piano right there before it went into the main melody where it was like da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, dude. It's insane. I keep saying that a lot, but this music really gets me moving. It gets my heart beating. And I feel like part of it, like, is conveying that there's an actual good person behind this this crazy lady. It's a really good battle theme, if you don't like where I placed it. Next up, we got another one of the best battle themes on this list. I think this goes straight into A tier. We got the Maxie and Archie battle theme. I think this goes ahead of Cynthia, believe it or not. I know that might sound crazy, but this one actually reminds me a lot of Cynthia, where it's very chromatic, but you almost hear the battle against the sea and the land in this battle theme. The trumpet in that bass at the very beginning almost sounds like very primal and ancient. Let's not even get started on the timpanis, the bum 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 bum, like right at the beginning. Holy crap, dude, this theme is ridiculous, and it doesn't lit up either. That's one thing. I think the Lusamine theme is better, but one thing that the Lusamine theme does that this one doesn't, the Lusamine theme really lets up. This one does not. It stays going the whole way through, which is just, it's amazing. I do like the Ruby and Sapphire theme and the Oras theme equal, but I am gonna play the Oras theme because it is better mixed. And the timpanis at the beginning go so hard. Dude, the timpanis. Bim, 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 bim. Oh my gosh. And then watch, it's about to pick up. It just keeps picking up. It's about to let go just a little bit. It's gonna let go, but then just wait for it. Here we go. Picks up again. Breakdown. Next up, we got probably one of the most unique battle themes on this list. I'd say not quite as unique as the Kukui theme compared to other battle themes, but this one is actually insane. We got the Yin battle theme, and I never really played Black and White. I've only ever played Black and White 2, and even then I didn't really finish the game, but I do know this battle theme pretty well. I have it in my playlist. It's one of those battle themes that can't really put your finger on, but it's just so good. Its main melody is very tame, but it uses percussion to get you moving, to get your heart beating. But the one complaint that I do have with this battle theme is that it's not necessarily very memorable. It sounds like it's kind of using Black and White's main theme, you know, just kind of like its main sounds, without really going too overboard. And he uses them right, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't call this champion Iris level good. If I played Black and White all the way through and actually heard this battle theme in its use, I think I would probably like it more. So I will give it the benefit of the doubt and say that it is better than both the Blue theme and the Steven theme right off the bat. I love that. In the synth bass, the way that the drums pick up are just like, and it starts, yeah. I wonder what time signature this is in. I love that spacey feel right here. It sounds like you're from another planet. And then are those waves crashing? Sounds like there's waves crashing there. Oh, I love the way it picks up here too. Next up, we have a very recognizable theme. Very, very recognizable. This is the Cyrus battle theme. A lot of people know this one. It's a very good battle theme. Do I think it was used correctly? No. I think that when you look at other Evil Team Leader battle themes, like Guzma's on this list right here, Lusamine, Archie and Maxie, and I wish that Giovanni got a personal battle theme, because oh my god, it would be really good if he did. I think when you look at that, the Cyrus theme, with how evil he is, it makes him sound not evil. But this dude is probably, like, next to Getsus, one of the most fucked up people in all of Pokemon. And the theme that they gave him, while very recognizable and very good, the beginning part, the boom, dun, 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 it's not, that's like the main melody it's going for, and that's just, it doesn't hit hard. While a fantastic theme and very recognizable, I think that would put it in A tier alone, but for what it does, I think I even want to put it behind Steven, but keep it in B though. I don't think it's quite C level battle theme, but it doesn't fit its theme. Really good bass right there, though. Right here. This is when it falls off. There's just not enough substance. This is when it gets... This is the part that I would like them to keep. Those timpanis, yeah. What are those? The sounds are so weird. At the end of the day, all of these are good battle themes. It's freaking Game Freak, dude. They make amazing music. Next up, we got the Zinnia battle theme, and while personally I think it's overrated, this is probably one of the most well-fitting themes that Pokemon has ever made. The whole entire battle theme just represents Zinnia perfectly as a character in the whole entire Delta episode. While this isn't a theme that I like enough to where I'll listen to it on my own time, I think it's a theme that when you're actually playing the game and battling Zinnia, it fits so perfectly there. Just for that reason alone, I'm gonna put it in A tier, in between Cynthia and Archie and Maxie. Oh, I wish I could be playing the game right now. It hits so much harder. What if I just like imagine that I'm playing it? These violins are crazy. They might be violas. I don't know. I don't know instruments well. Best part of the theme, yeah. Oh wow, this whole section. It just feels like you're fighting Zinnia. It feels like you're fighting the Mega Salamence. New #1 spot? I think so. Guzma. Instant S tier. This is everything that I said about Zinnia, except it actually goes hard. It's something that I genuinely like to listen to out of context, but also in context, it's amazing. A lot of people look down on Sun and Moon for its difficulty. Bro, Guzma with that Golisopod, I have gotten swept by Guzma before. Team Skull intro. Oh, oh my god, Skull. Dude, it's insane. This groove is just unmatched. It's the most unique groove I've ever heard in Pokemon. And it just keeps picking up. And then watch, it's about to go into the main theme, but it's gonna have this ascending and descending. Listen to it. Now we have the Gets theme, which is another really good one, but it's not really a banger to just listen to. It just works really well in the battle. The groove is almost unidentifiable, and you can't really like nod your head to it, if that makes sense. There's no consistent groove, and it's just always changing, and there's not really a melody. I think this is gonna go in B tier, right in between Steven and Cyrus. It's so unique. It's just nothing that Pokemon has ever really done before. It's like a bunch of instruments trying to collide together, but none of them know what to do. None of them know how to go along with each other. They're just speaking their own language. Next up, we have an undeniable banger, but why? This is because Wally, who's your real rival, but you've only ever met him twice for some reason. I wish that Wally was a lot more of a character that actually appeared, but by the end of the game you almost forget about this guy, and then he just shows up and he's strong as shit, and he has the most banger battle theme you've ever heard in your life. This one right here is A tier, in front of behind Archie. Archie is just, it's too good. This one's really emotional, Wally, and it's hard to actually feel it and, you know, be a part of that emotion because you don't really know him too well. He's a character that if you actually pay attention to has a really interesting character arc, but since you just know that May or Brendan is your rival, this guy just doesn't really feel like he does much. I love electric guitar, and I think this is one of the few cases that they really used it to its potential in a Pokemon theme. One thing that I will say about this theme is that it's very repetitive and the loop is very quick. That also doesn't collide well with how catchy it is, because since it's very catchy, it gets old fast. Like those meme songs on YouTube that you listen to that was so catchy and it'd be stuck in your head for 2 days, and then after day 3, you're literally over it, like you don't want to hear it. It doesn't really make use of its catchiness by adding B and C sections that are very interesting and complex. Instead, it just has that main melody the whole way through. And with that realization, honestly, I think this one I would actually put behind Cynthia, but still keep it in A tier just because it's so recognizable. No one likes Lysandre. He's probably the worst villain Pokemon has ever seen. The battle theme is literally just a remix of the team Flare grunt theme. It sounds like an admin theme, not the final boss of Team Flare. For that reason, I'm gonna put it in C tier behind Kukui and Leon. They also added like these choir voices in the background that gives it the same vibe that the Lucamine battle theme does. They added an electric guitar over that. If I didn't know I was listening to the Lysandre theme, I don't think I would even know if this was the grunt theme or the Lysandre theme. And I guess this section's kind of unique. There's those choirs. Overall, I think I was pretty correct with my ranking. Next up, probably the best battle theme that Pokemon has ever made. I don't know where this ranks in S tier, but what I do know is that it's amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put it at number 1. This theme has so much going for it. Every single emotion in the book, this theme hits. Also, I did remix this on my channel in the Game Boy Advance sound font. So just for funsies, we're actually going to be listening to that one instead of the actual one. Now, I wouldn't say that mine is better. It just sounds like it's from Gen 3, but it's essentially the same thing. Once again, probably one of the hardest breakdowns in all of Pokemon. And then you got this guitar section right here that's like dun it dun it dun it dun it nano over some choir, which sounds really good. And then yet another section right here. It's got those hi-hats just in the background. There we go, it picks up. Then that electric guitar right there. Oh my god, it's so good. And then now it's about to pick up a key. And also pay attention to the hi-hats. It's really good. And then this is where it picks up the very, I wouldn't say emotional aspect of things, but like that breath, if that makes sense. It's very hard to explain, but it's almost like it feels like you're breathing out in this section. Like all of that was breathing in, now this is breathing out. Now breathe out. Super catchy, super good, but also very complex. This is when it gets emotional, super emotional. You can't not nod your head to this part. And then right here, it's about to stop. Right there. Oh, wow. Anyways, yeah, these are my rankings of these famous Pokemon battle themes. Subscribing would be absolutely awesome, too. I have a bunch of amazing videos on this channel. Here, there's one right here. Yeah. Click it. It's fucking awesome. You'll love it.